Thursday, April 23rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Meteorologist Matthew East here with you. Let's start off with a look at the Banner Elk web camera again this morning, and it's pretty cold up that way. The temperature as I'm cutting the video is sitting at 32 degrees, and I am cutting the video as normal about 5:30 this morning. Now, out in the Piedmont zone, just not nearly as cool as what you see there in Banner Elk. And boy, what a nice day yesterday. We had highs well into the 70s, even some low 80s creeping in here and there. Wilmington hit 80, 82 yesterday in Columbia, 81 in Fayetteville, well into the 70s across all of the Piedmont zones. And even the mountains pretty warm yesterday. And these are current temperatures this morning. Outside of those colder mountain spots, such as Banner Elk, Boone at 41 and Asheville at 48, 57 in Charlotte right now as I'm cutting the video, 59 in Columbia, some 60s up and down the Carolina coast this morning. Winds, they have kicked around out of the northwest, and that's bringing in a bit of a cooler air mass, and highs today will be, in many spots, about 10 degrees or so cooler than yesterday. The radar very quiet this morning, but we did indeed see a couple of those scattered showers late in the day tomorrow. As expected, most of us remain dry. Wasn't a big deal, but that's what the radar looked like from 3 till 10 p.m. yesterday as this cold front was working through the region. Did get some thunderstorm activity down into North Georgia. Back to the radar this morning. Look at the snow showers pivoting around parts of the Great Lakes in the northeastern United States. And then here is a lot of rain over parts of Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, and Texas as another area of low pressure begins to develop there near the Red River Valley. Now, in terms of today, locally here in the Carolinas, no problems at all. Sunshine all day long. A little bit of cloud cover as you get further south into South Carolina. And again, winds today going to be a bit gusty at times, especially in the mountains. Look at the mountain winds. They're kind of sustained in the 20 to 35 mile per hour range for much of the day. Out in the Piedmont, 8 to 16, maybe 20 mile per hour winds with a few higher gusts today, but not a tremendously huge deal. And here's your high temperature forecast around the region. And then with high pressure building overhead tonight, it is going to be a pretty chilly night. Here's what we're going with for lows tonight. 37 in Greensboro, 38 in Raleigh, maybe 40 in Charlotte, 32 in Boone. And at the present time, we have freeze warnings in effect for tonight up in the mountains. No frost advisories out into the foothills or the Piedmont yet. It is a possibility, though, for some patchy frost here or there, especially in the northwest Piedmont and the northern foothills as we head on into tonight. And we'll see if any frost advisories wind up being hoisted a little bit later into the day today. Tomorrow's going to be a nice day once again. Sunshine all day long for your Friday, and your Friday high is fairly similar to what we'll see today. But then the weather kind of heads downhill for us as we get into the weekend. Here's Saturday morning, clouds and some rain building in, and it looks like we'll see some rain at times on Saturday rather. And Saturday a day where you see this warm front, and north of the warm front temperatures will really be held in check, but then south of the front could have some severe weather issues from portions of southern South Carolina and back into Georgia and points west from there. Now your rain totals for the weekend, this is Saturday and Sunday combined, nothing overly impressive. Nothing like the heavy rain we saw at times later last weekend. But watch the impact on the temperatures here with this area north of that front I showed you. And these are temperatures late tomorrow, but then watch as that rain settles in as we go through Saturday. You could be looking at highs well into the 70s in Columbia, but temperatures struggling through the low to mid 50s over a good chunk of North Carolina as the rain overruns that cooler air that'll be in place at the surface. All right, so let me kind of step you through this. Here we are today. We're in great shape with no weather problems, but again, pretty chilly tonight. This is the GFS representation of lows tomorrow morning. It has some 20s in the northern mountains and even out into Wilkes County, upper 20s, and lows in the mid-30s in Winston-Salem and Mount Airy. So again, yeah, it could be some patchy frost in some spots tomorrow morning. High pressure right overhead tomorrow, so a beautiful day. But here we go Saturday. This is Saturday morning on the GFS, and then there's the precipitation through the morning until early afternoon. And then there's the afternoon and early evening precipitation. And so temperatures certainly held down. And the GFS actually one of the warmer models with temperatures Saturday. There are some models that want to keep those temperatures, like for instance in the triad zones, in the 40s all day Saturday. So we'll see. For the time being, I'm going to go with the idea of some upper 50s to maybe low 60s as you head further to the south. Sunday, scattering of showers, still a possibility as a little piece of energy ripples through. Now, regarding severe weather potential, this is your day 2 outlook. So this is valid for tomorrow, for Friday. A couple of enhanced areas there in Kansas and Missouri, and then down into the Arklatex region. And then we go out to Saturday. And again, you see the impacts of that wedge holding down any severe weather potential across most of North Carolina. But as you head further to the south and then the west, where the air is more unstable Saturday, that's where you could get a few strong to severe storms. Now again, let's go out to here. Now this is Monday. We're in great shape again Monday. Plenty of sunshine, highs, upper 60s and lower 70s for Monday afternoon. And then a lot of disagreement begins to creep back into the forecast for midweek. Now this is the GFS, the 0Z run. Tuesday evening, you begin to see some rain spreading into the Carolinas. And then the GFS with a very chilly, wet scenario Wednesday. So that's what it looks like Wednesday morning on the GFS. 999 millibar low over Georgia, wedging in place across the Carolinas. That's a cool, rainy day. Now on the European, let me step you through this. First of all, there's your Saturday precipitation on the European, and then a few lingering showers Sunday. Now also, I didn't mention this. I should mention that the European model actually keeps the triad in the 40s Sunday too, whereas the GFS cranks temperatures up into the 70s. We'll see how that works out. I'm going to go with the idea right now, Sunday featuring some maybe lower 60s for highs with scattered showers, but certainly even as soon as they're on day 3, a lot of model disagreement. All right, but again, let me go back to this GFS representation right here. All right, so this is Wednesday on the GFS. On the latest run of the European, that system is a swing and a miss, so it stays south of us as we go through the midweek period next week. And the reason is this. This is the European upper air chart Wednesday morning, kind of just a diffuse trough swinging through. The GFS, on the other hand, a lot more bundled with the energy, and you wind up with a pretty intense upper level low moving through later in the week. And the European had a scenario similar to that on some of its previous runs. So for the time being, I've left rain chances in, focused around Wednesday of next week, but we might need to adjust that. And just continuing the rest of the GFS run out, this is Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, and then watch this. Consolidated low near the Outer Banks Thursday morning. A little snow in the higher elevations of West Virginia. Very chilly rain scenario Wednesday night, lingering into parts of Thursday on the GFS. So again, with my public forecast today, I've gone with the idea of some rain Wednesday of next week, but that is certainly subject to further adjustment. Just to give you another model perspective here, there's the Canadian. It is more on the swing and miss territory for much of North Carolina with that Wednesday and Thursday system. So we'll kind of have to continue to adjust that as we go forward. All right, that is it for today's edition of the video. Everybody have a wonderful day, and God bless.